everybody! I'm really excited to be here with two football players on the football team here at ACS. We've got Leo and we've got Isaac. Hey, how are you two doing today?
No, I'm doing well.
Yeah?
Doing
Nice.
well.
Doing well.
Yeah,
All right,
Doing
hey,
well.
I got a question. Do you prefer a handshake, a high five, or a hug?
Well, I'll go for the high five.
High five? All right.
No,
Boom.
I'll go for the hug.
Hug, hey.
Yeah.
All right, Big Daddy. All right, man. All right, so is it okay if we just spend like 5 minutes? I really want to share you all with the community because I hear you're leaders on the football team, right?
Yeah,
That's true.
that is true.
Awesome. Yeah, so I'd love to learn more about that. So, first of all, just tell our viewers a little bit about yourself. Yourselves.
So I'm Leo. I'm from my mom is from Australia and my dad is from Serbia.
Ah.
And I was in the school this is my 5th year at this school, 5th
Whoa.
or 6th.
5 years, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, I'm Isaac. I'm from Sweden. This is my 2nd or 3rd year.
Okay.
Yeah, around that.
Awesome. How long have you been playing football?
I've been playing since I was 8 years old, properly. I joined a team in my old school in Ethiopia. That's when I started playing football.
Oh, very cool. Whoa. What school did you go to in Ethiopia?
I went to Sanford.
Sanford. Yeah, because I know there's a lot of other elementary kids who came here from Ethiopia.
Yeah, from ICS probably.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, I started playing football around 6, I think. I joined a small team back in Sweden. And then I really got into it. I still keep on playing.
Wow. So you're from Sweden?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. One of the first questions I ask also is, how do you show kindness in your life?
I think the way I show kindness is through small things. So, like saying please and thank you, just to kind of show my respect to others.
Yeah, it's just like it all comes down to understanding people and just having understandings with people, and as Isaac said, just saying nice things.
Saying nice things? Yeah.
Saying nice things.
Ah, I see. Hey, this question just came to my mind when you said understanding people. There's this phrase called treat others the way you want to be treated. And I just recently heard this new phrase, treat others the way that they want to be treated. Does that mean anything to you?
I agree with that saying. Like, that's what my teachers used to tell me from a young age. Like, we used to have like happiness buckets, and you can share the happiness instead of just keeping it to yourself and having other people unhappy.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it's a very important part. Especially, like, you gotta consider others' feelings and just have your own self-awareness of things.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for that. So, what inspires you to play football? Yeah.
Well, in my opinion, from a young age, the people I looked up to were football players, and all my friends used to play football. So it comes from a culture that I grew up around, and something I wanted to replicate by myself. So that's how I got into it.
Yeah, I know that connects with a lot of our elementary students who play football.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's the same for me, basically. Like, I remember at a young age, like, every time of the day I just used to think about football. Like, even just, like, on the school bus, for example, I used to look around and see places where I could play football. Just, like, on open spaces, which is, would inspire me to just keep on doing it.
Interesting. Cool. So I know sometimes out at the playground at the elementary school, I don't know about high school, but out on the playground, a lot of students play football, and when they're playing during recess, they're playing like it's like the World Cup. It's like huge, and then they get really competitive, and sometimes they like hit or they fight with each other. What do you say about that?
Well,
Did that ever happen to you?
Of course that happened to me. I think that happens to almost every kid at any age, honestly, because it's a completely normal thing to do, and it just comes from the passion of the game. Because in my opinion, it is one of the most passionate games in the world, and I think that it just shows how much people like the game and how much they treat it like it's above them, and you know, acting as if it's bigger than it actually is, because that's what makes it so much fun.
Right. Okay. How do you stop yourself from hitting? Because obviously you don't want to hit somebody because you're going to get ejected. What do you suggest kids in elementary school do when they feel like, I just want to punch that person because they just like fouled me or whatever?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Well, what I usually do is I have this one motto where what happens on the pitch stays on the pitch. And since you often play with your friends, you got to consider that after you played your game and had your emotion come out, you got to also think that it's still your friend, and you know you got to keep contact with each other. Like me and Leo, we fight sometimes on the pitch, but at the end of the day, like we're still friends.
Yeah, it's just competition, you know.
Just love the sport, but you also, again, just be self-aware. You don't want to hurt your friends' feelings.
Yeah,
in general,
it's okay if you step back on the field and you don't like that person again, but as long as you keep it off, it's like that's what makes it so great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks. All right. Do you like people to come and watch your football matches?
Personally, I do really like it. However, I'd say that there's a certain feeling which I prefer of playing away games.
Interesting.
And people watching away games, because, like, I just think that it's nicer to be the underdog team rather than the team which is supported by all the people.
So it's kind of like an extra challenge, maybe?
Yeah, it's like an extra challenge.
Yeah, I'd agree with Leo. But to me, it doesn't matter too much about who watches. Only when my mom and dad come and watch, then I gotta, before a
turn
bit
up
better.
the volume.
Yeah, turn up the volume a bit,
Interesting.
But, other than that, yeah, I do agree with Leo. It's always fun being the underdog.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so I got a couple would you rather questions, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, what would you rather live in outer space for 2 months, or would you rather live like under the water for 2 months?
I would rather live, I would say underwater for 2 months, because, I'm pretty sure that only 5% of the ocean has been explored, and I think there's still a lot of mystery underwater, and at the end of the day, it is less scary than being in outer space, because you're still close to home.
I'm gonna have to go with space, because I feel like it's a one-time opportunity, and the view, you can see the Earth from where you're living, possibly. Yeah.
Awesome. That's really cool. All right. Well, viewers, I hope you enjoyed spending time with Leo and Isaac, and I hope if you see them in the hallway, just give them a high five. Or a hug, huh? All right. Can I get a high five again?
Wrong.
Boom. Thank you. Boom. All right, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.